While the plane was flying at high altitude, a large flock of birds suddenly appeared ahead. They collided directly with the aircraft. Both engines were severely damaged at the same time. They instantly lost power. The plane began to shake violently. I tried again and again to restart the engines, but there was no response. Moments later, the aircraft completely lost electrical power. The cabin was instantly plunged into darkness. I immediately activated the backup power and restored electricity to the cabin. 155 people on board had no idea how dangerous the situation was. The flight attendants tried to calm the passengers. They only told them the plane had encountered severe turbulence and reminded everyone to fasten their seatbelts. The first officer quickly opened the emergency checklist, searching for any possible solution. At the same time, I contacted ground control immediately and requested a landing at the nearest airport. After receiving the message, ground control began coordinating a runway right away. At that moment, the first officer found a possible procedure to restart the engines. I tried multiple times, but the attempts still failed. The plane was descending rapidly, and below us was an entire city. I immediately realized we could not reach an airport. I had to make the right decision at once and land the plane on the Hudson River. Before that, no aircraft had ever successfully ditched on water, because if any part of the plane, such as the fuselage or the wings, hit the water first, the entire aircraft would break apart within seconds. But I had no other option. There was no time to reach a nearby airport. At that moment, the plane was only 500 meters above the ground. I immediately issued a ditching alert. Inside the cabin, flight attendants instructed passengers to brace for impact. I gripped the control stick tightly, relying on years of flying experience to keep the aircraft as stable as possible. On the other side, ground control kept calling repeatedly, asking us to head to a nearby airport.
We are unable. We may end up in the Hudson.
A miracle happened. The plane landed successfully on the water. The aircraft structure remained intact, but the danger was not over. River water began flooding into the cabin. I quickly entered the cabin and ordered every passenger to put on a life vest and evacuate immediately. The flight attendants opened the emergency exits, deployed the slides, and guided passengers out in order. Nearby rescue teams arrived quickly and transported the passengers to shore. The flight attendants stayed in the cabin until they confirmed that not a single passenger had been left behind. At that point, the water inside the cabin was nearly 1 meter deep. I did not care about any of that. I only cared about the lives of the passengers. Finally, I took the important documents and left the aircraft. Within just 20 minutes, all 155 passengers and the entire crew were safely rescued. From the bird strike to the water landing, the entire process took only 208 seconds. Afterward, the Aviation Safety Board launched an investigation. Engineers analyzed the data and discovered that before landing, the left engine still retained partial functionality. They believed my judgment was wrong, that both engines had not completely failed, and they demanded accountability. What do you think?